think I did SLR Magic wrong when I used the Russian set as take-in lenses for previous tests. I didn't have some of the contact size back then, but now that I do, either the compact Anamorphot is much better than its predecessors, or the take-in lenses affected the previous ones a great deal. On this one, for daytime, I had no issues focusing with any of the tested focal lengths, and I was able to quickly find sharpness fiddling with the normal near ring as well as the taking lens's focus ring. At low light, I still got some diamond shapes here and there, but when I found focus, the image sharpened up alright. SLR Magic Anamorphot 1.33x-40 Compact, it's quite a long name, right? Is the third version of SLR Magic's 1.33 adapters, and it was announced back in 2017's NAB in April. And this is the smallest and the lightest one yet at 244 grams. It features 52mm threads at the back to attach to various taking lenses and 62mm threads at the front for smaller and cheaper diopters. Alignment is set just like the previous versions of the Anamorphot, where you just reverse rotate the ring on the rear threads so it locks against your taking lens when it's aligned. And this reverse lock mechanism is very simple and very intuitive, and I think it's something that other adapters could use as a reference when coming up with their own solutions. Its design is reminiscent of the old Century Optics adapters, but the difference is while the Century has a fixed focus between 4 meters and infinity, the SLR Magic has a normal near dial, which is like a focus ring, like what you see on the Century WS13, which is super fancy. And this allows you to focus most of the time with your taking lens, but when you need to adjust for closer focusing, you can play with this dial and your taking lens and focus down to 0.8 meters, that's like 3 feet, just under 3 feet, and achieve sharp images. And if you need to focus closer than that, I would highly recommend diopters. I would recommend diopters anyway. Diopters are great. The square format of the glass and the light stretch 1.33 produces very subtle oval bokeh, more towards square, and you can enhance that through the use of diopters. Also, 1.33 stretch on a 16:9 sensor will give you 2.36:1 aspect ratio, which is what everybody needs right out of the camera. When it comes to buying these babies, eBay seems to be the worst place to go. B&H has them readily available for North America, and UK Digital has them for Europe. And there's this one thing I fail to understand is how these lenses get so expensive in Europe. Because you can find them for North America for $500, but in the old world, aka Europe, they usually sell for $750. That's quite a big difference, right? The center of the image is pretty decent for any aperture, but the fall off to the edge blurriness is directly related on how stopped down your taking lens is. Wide open, things go blurry rather fast. The compact is also not a huge fan of longer lenses, and I would cap my range at 85mm. Did you actually expect not to see insanely saturated flares? On some of my lenses, it created this cross-type flare with very strange edges, and in some others, normal, overly blue streaks. I posted a tutorial on how to tweak the hue on these flares a while ago. Check it out. For sensor coverage, the size of the front optics and how recessed they are on the taking lens matters very much. I got unacceptable results while using a 35mm, but the frame cleaned up nicely at 40mm with Canon's Pancake. I wanted to test a 50mm just to be sure vignette wouldn't come back due to the recessed optics. So overall, I think this is a great adapter to start shooting, It's got 1.33 stretch, which works very well with 16:9 sensors. It's got flares. It does a little bit of bokeh. It tends towards square rather than oval, but it has focus adjustment, so it allows you to focus closer, even if it's sort of double focusy. And it's very small, very light, and most importantly, very cheap and available. So I think SLR Magic is going on a good track with this one, and I highly recommend this adapter if you're wanting to start out but don't know exactly where to go and don't want to spend much. So yeah, that's the Compact 40. If you just got here, I highly recommend going and checking the previous SLR Magic episodes. There's a bunch of them. But before you do that, please hit subscribe and the like button. And if you have any questions or suggestions, shoot them in the comments below. And I'll see you next week. I'm Chit and I'm out.